Um, want to say something about September 11th, and I think that there's a chance I'm going to say something wrong, and that, or that's going to come out wrong, and I'm hoping that's not the case. But this is a very odd and difficult day to discuss for many reasons, and I think like what I just witnessed this morning, just scrolling through Twitter, is that the entire concept of never forget uh, gets a little uh, it gets a little hairy because for each of us the experience is so unique and so different of what we witnessed that day. And I could talk forever about waking up in my parents' home in Massachusetts, getting ready to head to class, standing in the living room alone, both my parents at work, eating a bowl of cereal, turning on the news, um, and watching it unfold live. And then, you know, cell phones weren't huge yet, and communicating with my parents, who both were at work, was tricky and difficult, and heading to school anyway in a panic, but listening to the news on the radio uh, the whole way, and everything just felt quiet. And we can talk about these experiences forever, but the problem is that, like, they're almost self-serving, and there is no communal collective thing as a nation, um, aside from like the repercussions of like dealing with terrorism and national and international affairs and TSA and airport security and the Patriot Act and all these things that like kind of we do deal with, but like dealing with this day and finding the appropriate way to honor it is hard. I even like right now I just feel like talking about this isn't the right thing to do. um, but it has been 15 years, and that seems astronomical, I guess. But I think the important thing on days like today is to just take a minute and reflect on like what it means to you. Like no matter how you feel about the realities of that day, or whether you think there's still some conspiracy at play or whatever. Um, there was definitely a feeling that day, and I remember in Massachusetts for like a week or so afterwards, everything just felt quiet. There were no horns, there were no airplanes, there was this like humbled understanding amongst people that didn't have to be discussed. It was just a feeling. And I think on days like today, on like the 15th anniversary of that moment, we're desperate to encapsulate that and to communicate that, and it's virtually impossible. That's all I got. I'll see you tomorrow.